Hello friend, today I'm going to share my newest favorite healthy purchase, the sweat burrito.
And I'm going to share about an absolutely remarkable thing. Let's get to it.
I'm going to be talking about a wellness item, and this is the higher dose sauna blanket. So McNally might kill me on this one, but please hear me out, John, out there. But this is an infrared sauna blanket that increases the body's thermal energy, enhances relaxation, and promotes glowing skin. So I have it with me, but it can barely fit on the YouTube frame. But this is what, if you're watching on YouTube, you can kind of see what it looks like. It is this gigantic full body blanket, and it's got fake leather on the top. And then it has this far infrared heating pad. It has crystal therapy. It has charcoal and clay and magnetic layers. It is grounded in low ELF, which is extreme low frequency, and it emits a very low EMF, electromagnetic field. So that's when it gets into kind of the woo-woo stuff. But the fact that it is a sauna and you can do it at home is what I love. The process, I love their marketing here, is get dressed, so wear comfortable clothes and cover your skin. Socks are required, then get laid. So lay the sauna blanket flat on a heat-resistant surface. They talk about using either a massage table or a yoga mat. That's what I use. Then get comfortable. So you need a barrier between yourself and the blanket, so an extra layer, not only your clothes, but maybe a towel. They have inserts, of course, that you can buy. Then you get hot. You preheat the sauna blanket for 10 minutes. There's a dial, so you can set it how hot it needs to be. Then you get lit, and you slip into your sauna blanket and enjoy 30 to 45-minute session. Then you get cold. You go take an icy shower, clean your body, cool your system, and let the healing continue. So the benefits of the sauna are very well documented. In fact, friend of the show, Kevin, who was on episode 150, talked about the benefits of sauna. I talked about Dr. Rhonda Patrick on episode 45, and she's been really a pioneer of why a sauna is good for you. But I don't have a gym membership, I don't have a sauna, and this was the best way for me to still get those effects and use the higher dose sauna blanket.
I was just hearing Kevin Rose talk about saunas.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes like years off your life.
Yeah.
Is what he says.
Yeah, no, they have been, and that's why this is where I might get a phone call from McNally. The research, there's sound research from Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who has done extensive studies and lab work and things like that about the effects of sauna. But yeah, Kevin Rose, Tim Ferriss, tons of people are into this, into a sauna. And since like I said, I don't have a gym membership, these are relatively expensive. They're in the $500 range. So that's out of price point. But if you don't have a gym membership, you're saving, I'm saving 50, 60 bucks, whatever, 100 bucks a month, whatever gym memberships even go for these days. And I can do it anytime I want.
Yeah.
I can do it anytime. And it gives you a good sweat. You definitely, there are a lot of claims, I think, that go overboard on what saunas could do for you. You don't have to exercise. You get all the benefits of exercising just laying there. I don't think that's true. But it's definitely giving your body some kind of extreme temperature, hot and cold, are good for you, because then it has to adapt. And once it has to adapt, it makes it a little bit stronger. So I do believe in some of that science. I love it. And yeah, it makes me feel good. I sweat it out, my little sweat burrito.
In your little sweat burrito, your little cocoon.
Yeah.
Another thing that I like about this idea is just that it forces you to lay down, relax, and do nothing.
Absolutely.
That in itself, powerful.
That's good for you, right? Yes. That alone is good for you, yeah. So what I usually do is put in a little audiobook, put it in for 45 minutes.
Nice.
So I'm getting a little bit of my reading time, and I'm getting to sweat it out in my little sweat burrito, and it's good for everything, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
My cool sheet is something that maybe Brian could use when he's in his sweat burrito listening to an audiobook on this. This is a book, and it is called An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. This book follows a 20-something just out of design school woman named April, and late one night she comes across an unusual statue on the streets of New York City that she assumes is an art installation, which especially is intriguing to her because she's an artist herself. She calls up her design school buddy, and they create this whimsical video about it, and they post it to YouTube for fun. And what follows after this is this escapade that involves a worldwide mystery, sudden fame for April, fast-moving connections with other people in circles that 1 week prior, April never would have imagined she'd be hanging out with. And the story is much larger than April herself. And it ends up being something that involves all of humanity. I hate spoilers, so that's actually all I'm going to say about the storyline. So I want to describe other aspects to it. This book uses fantastical elements as a backdrop to the story that we can all relate to, even if we haven't all necessarily experienced something like becoming an overnight celebrity. The writing allows us to go along for the ride with April, along with all of her faults, and experiences everything. And we share with her choices and her mistakes. So while there's a deeply human storyline through April that we follow, there are also wide-reaching elements that we also get to experience and ponder through April and her posse of people. The book is full of puzzles also that must be solved, which I love, and that makes it fun and adds to the mystery of it. Also, as a side note, this is Hank Green's first novel, and I highly recommend this if you haven't heard of it, and if you don't know much about Hank Green. We've mentioned him several times. He has never been a cool sheet himself, but he has come through with our cool sheets that talk about Vlogbrothers. His brother is John Green, and so I'm sure he got some help with this one. An absolutely remarkable thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, when are you going to talk about Hank Green? That this is Hank Green? Because as soon as I saw your book, because I love books, and I went and saw it, and I'm like, oh, yes, I've been meaning to check this one out.
Yeah.
Because I read John Green's first, I think was Fault of Your Stars.
Mm-hmm.
His first one, and I read that one. He's had, I think, a bunch since then. And then this is Hank's first one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really want to read it. And now it has a recommendation from...
Oh, yeah.
It's a cool sheet.
And it's definitely, it's sci-fi-esque even.
Oh, cool.
But very also personal. And I love that he wrote, like his brother does, he tried to write from the point of view of someone he is not. He's not female. He's not 20-something. And but he took the challenge on, and I feel like he did a good job. Not that I'm 20-something either, but yeah, he did well.
That's cool. Yeah, because especially when you know them, and they have such a unique voice and personality themselves, like you don't want to say, oh, this just sounds like Hank or John talking.
Right.
Which would also be lovely, but not if it's not supposed to be.
No, it would be weird.
Yeah, it'd be super weird. So anyway, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to check that out.
Yes, and I purposely didn't right away say it was Hank Green because I wanted to just tell the story and everything else.
Sure.
And then the big reveal.
That it's actually Hank.
And if you don't know who Hank Green is, you should check him out. He's awesome.
For sure. He's just great.
Yeah.
He's so great. And his brother, too.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so if you want to check out our show notes, you can go to 10bestest.com/heat. That's 10bestest.com/heat. Thank you for joining us, friend. I'm Brian Hart.
And I'm Karen McFarland-Holman.
And let us know in the comments, what's your favorite health practice right now?
And let us know, what's a great book you've read lately?
If you're enjoying the show, please give us a like and share it with a friend.
Stay tuned tomorrow for another great show.
And don't forget to stay curious.